Manhattan. This classic was invented in the late 1800s in New York City's finest, Manhattan Club. This is another great 3-ingredient classic cocktail. Today, we're not only gonna make the Manhattan, I'm gonna show you how to take it a step further with house-made cocktail cherries.
So first, we need 1 pound of fresh organic sour cherries. If you can't find these, you can use the canned ones that are pitted already. Either one will work, but fresh is better. I'm taking the stems off since I'm going to use these as garnishes for cocktails. If you have fresh cherries, you're going to need one of these, a cherry pitter. One by one, you're going to take out the pits of all of your cherries. Just wash your hands before and after. This makes a big mess. Once you got your cherries ready, it's time to make our syrup base. In a large saucepan, add your favorite spices. I went with 4 cinnamon sticks, 2 star anise, and about 4 cloves. In low heat, toast these spices. Make it smell nice. Then, you're gonna add 1 cup or 200 grams of demerara sugar. If you like your cherries a bit sweeter, maybe add about an additional half a cup or more of demerara sugar. You could use demerara syrup if you still have some from my old-fashioned video. Give this a nice mix. Now, as you can tell, my sugar got a bit stuck on the spoon. That means my saucepan was too hot. Really make sure you do this on low heat. Then add half a cup or 118 mils of water. Yep, there it is, all the smoke. Too hot. Now add 1 1/4 cups or 296 mils of overproof spirit. I'm using overproof rum. What can I say? I just keep using rum for everything. You can use overproof whiskey or brandy. Those work great as well. I almost forgot. We also need the juice of a whole lemon. Keep stirring constantly. You can also taste it to see if your syrup needs more sweet or booze. This syrup won't get too thick though, compared to the ones we've done before. Bring all of this to a simmer, and once your sugar is dissolved, add your cherries. Alongside, 2 peels of each an orange and a lemon. Let it simmer for about 5 to 10 minutes. Just be patient, let it cool, let it rest. Just check periodically until you realize that your cherries are nice and soft and your syrup also has a nice color. This might look like it's a pain in the ass to make, which it kinda is, but the flavor between these cherries and the ones that you buy in the store are marginally different. These taste so much better. Now, once they're done, set it all aside and let it completely cool off before transferring to a mason jar. Make sure you discard the spices. And there we have it. That's our garnish. House-made cocktail cherries. For the drink, we're gonna build this in a mixing glass. So first, grab your mixing glass and add 2 dashes of Angostura bitters. I'm using 3 dashes because I like my bitters. Then, you're gonna add 1 ounce or 30 mils of sweet vermouth. Followed by 2 ounces or 60 mils of your preferred whiskey. I went with overproof rye, but bourbon works great, and also if you want to make a Rob Roy, you can use scotch. Once all the ingredients are in the mixing glass, I'm going to give it a quick straw taste. I just want to make sure that I put all the correct ingredients and it's perfectly balanced. Before you add your ice, crack 2 ice cubes. This is to achieve a bit more dilution. If you're gonna use fridge ice, you probably don't need to crack ice. Fill your mixing glass with ice and make your fingers work, or rather, stir. You can do this with a kitchen spoon or bar spoon. If you don't know how to stir, basically keep the back of the spoon against the glass. Then you're going to push the spoon forward with your ring finger and pull it with your middle finger. Repeat this motion while rotating your wrist clockwise. Keep stirring and tasting your cocktail until it reaches the correct temperature and dilution. That means to stir for 20 to 30 seconds. I always like to add a little bit of ice while stirring, just to make sure my mixing glass is filled with ice. While you're making drinks, practice your tasting skills. I assure you, you'll be able to taste the difference. I believe in you. Alright, now this tastes about right. I'll just give it a couple more stirs, and once done, grab a strainer and strain your cocktail into a chilled cocktail glass. Before you feel the impulse of dropping all of your cocktail cherries, wait a second. Now this is optional, but I like lemon peels on my Manhattans, so I'll grab a lemon, get the peel, and squeeze this zesty boy on top of your Manhattan. Now I'm not gonna drop it in the drink, I'm just squeezing the lemon oils, pass it around the rim, and tossing it. And finish it off with one of your delicious homemade cocktail cherries. And now it's time to... And there we have it. It's the classic Manhattan. Cheers.
All right, the classic Manhattan. Let's have a taste. Woo! That is a nice, stiff drink. Beautifully balanced, very simple, but has a lot of flavor. And I really like that lemon peel. It gives it a little bit of humph. I would personally have a Manhattan every time I have a nice steak. Now you have cocktail cherries for weeks. The good thing about these cherries is that you can use it in cocktails, ice cream, or just eat them out of the jar. If you enjoyed this video, a positive rating would be greatly appreciated. Also, let me know in the comments of what cocktails you'd like to see next. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to be among the first one to see the next cocktail. Cheers.